Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today is March 15th, 2013, and today I believe it's the 6th installment of my Blue Eyes Shining or Dragon Master Knight deck profile. So let's go ahead and get started. Not too much jibber jabber. Right, sorry about that, just getting it all set up. First off, we run 20 monsters. The first is Blackluster Soldier. We obviously need this card for our Dragon Master Knight. It's a good 3,000 beater, and we actually have a way to get it out. You'll see later. Next up on the monsters, we're running Demise, King of Armageddon. This guy's really cool. By paying 2,000 of your life points, you can destroy every other card on the field except him. He's got 2,400 attack, 2,000 defense, and we also have a really cool way of getting him out, so you guys will see that later. Next up, one of the stars of this deck is the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. Blue Eyes Shining Dragon is really cool. It can only be special summoned by tributing a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. It gains 300 attack and defense, I believe, 300 attack for each Dragon-type monster in your graveyard, so that's really cool. He cannot be destroyed by cards that specifically target him, so stuff like Smashing Ground, Fissure, Raikou, maybe a Snowman Eater, those won't be able to kill him. However, stuff that targets more than one card, like Torrential Tribute, Dark Hole, and Mirror Force, will be able to kill him. Other than that, it's an all-around really powerful card, and, it's kind of underused. But, for a reason. It's obviously it's not hard to get out, it's just, what's the word I'm looking for? Anti-productive almost. Next up, we've won Red Eyes Darkness Metal. By banishing a Dragon-type monster you control, you can special summon this guy from your hand. He's a good 2,800 feet stick, but he also allows you to special summon a Dragon type from your hand or graveyard once per turn, so that's really cool. Next up, we're going into a new addition to this deck, and you'll see why this card is in the deck later. 3 Jain Lightsworn Paladins. Basically, when this card attacks, this card attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 300. At the end of your turn, you can send the top two cards of your deck to the graveyard. Overall, this is going to help get Blue Eyes, White Dragons into the graveyard, maybe some other things we need in there. But I'll tell you guys why this is in here later. You guys will see why it's in there. So we'll actually go ahead and put one of him off to the side. Next up, we are running 3 Alexandrite Dragons, just a good 2,000 feet stick. It's a dragon type, so we can obviously use it for Darkness Metal fodder. Other than that, it does have another use, and I will go and explain that later. I'll put it to the side with my Lightsworn Paladin. A new addition to this deck is Paladin of the White Dragon. This card's really cool. It's a ritual monster. It has 1,900 attack, 1,200 defense. It's 4 stars. This card's really neat because when it attacks a defense position monster, I think it's face down, or I don't know if it has to be. When this monster attacks a face-down defense position monster, destroy the face-down monster immediately without the card effect flipping up, or so it doesn't activate its flip effect or anything, and there's no damage calculation. During your main phase, you can send this guy you can just tribute this guy and special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or deck. So really overall great card. This deck obviously runs around Blue Eyes and stuff, so it's just a good card to have. So we'll put him to the side too. Next up, we're running 3 White Stone of Legend. You kind of have to if you're running a Blue Eyes deck. Basically, it's a level 1 tuner, although we don't run any synchros in this deck. If it's sent to the graveyard, you get to go ahead and add a Blue Eyes White Dragon to your hand. So it's a really good card. And I'll also set that to the side so we can talk about it. We're running 2 Kaibaman. Basically, by playing Kaibaman, you can go ahead and tribute it and special summon the Blue Eyes from your hand. Really great card. Next up, we are running 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. This is our main card. We want to get this guy in the graveyard. If we can get him on the field, that's cool too, but we want to get him in the graveyard. So, yeah, there we go. Now we're going to run with our spells. We don't have any traps. We have 20 spells. First off, we have Monster Reborn. This card allows you to special summon any monster from either you or your opponent's graveyard. Really great card. Heavy Storm destroys all spell and trap cards on the field, including your own. We have a Dark Hole. Thanks to this card, you can go ahead and destroy all monster cards on the field, including your own, so that's really cool. We have Book of Moon. Use this card to go ahead and flip a monster into face-down defense position. It's quick play, so you can set it, use it like a trap when you need to. It's really good against things like Thunder Kings, Doom Caliber Knights, Christias, and a bunch of other monsters that are just really problematic, that stop the flow of your deck, maybe stop you from searching, draw power, stops you from special summoning. It's just a really great card to have. Next up, we are running 2 Silent Dooms. This card will allow us to special summon 1 normal type monster from our graveyard in defense position. It can't attack that turn. I'll go ahead and set that off to the side. We are running 2 Advanced Ritual Arts. This is a really great card. So ritual monster, like either our Demise King of Armageddon or Blackluster Soldier. This card allows you to send monster cards from your deck, normal type monsters from your deck, to the graveyard. That will allow you to special summon those monsters. So just go ahead and play Advanced Ritual Art, send a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to the graveyard, get out your Demise King or your Blackluster Soldier, either one, and it's overall just going to help out with the strategy of this deck. Like I said, we want Blue Eyes in the graveyard, so this kind of helps to do it, and it also gives you a really powerful monster. So, there we go. Sorry about that. Next up, we're running 2 White Dragon Rituals. This is to get out our Paladin of White Dragon. You can go ahead and use Alexandrite Dragon, Jain Lightsworn Paladin. So that's what we're running. Next up, we're also running 2 trade-ins. I'd like a third one, but I don't have one at the moment. Discard a level 8 monster like your Blue Eyes, your Demise King, your Blackluster Soldier. Draw 2 cards. Overall, really great card. Lastly, we're running... Oh, no, not lastly. Excuse me. Running 2 Dragon Mirrors. This is a really great card. You can remove from play Dragon-type monsters or monsters that are needed for a Dragon-type fusion. Remove them from your graveyard and go ahead and special summon that Dragon-type fusion monster. This is used to get out our Blue Eyes Ultimate, our Dragon Master Knight, and if you really need to, 5-headed dragon. So there we go. But we'll get to those later. Next up for the magic cards, we're running 3 cards of Consonance. This card, you discard a tuner monster, Dragon-type tuner, with 1,000 attack points or less, and you get to draw 2 cards. So discard your White Stone of Legend, draw 2 cards, and then add a Blue Eyes White Dragon to your hand. So you're really getting 3. So it's a really great card. Next up, lastly, we're running 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, just for back row. Get rid of Solemns, Deep Prisons, Torrential Tributes, whatever you need to. It's a really great card to do that. Next up, we'll get to the extra deck. We are running 1 Hieratic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. It takes 2 level 8 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 overlay unit from this card, tribute any number of monsters from your hand and or your side of the field, minimum 1, and then destroy an equal amount of cards on the field. So, yes. So it's a really great card. It's got 3,000 attack points. Takes 2 level 8 monsters. It's really easy to get out with this deck. Next up, we're running 2 Thunder End Dragons. This card takes 2 level 8 normal monsters. It's really easy to summon with Blue Eyes. Just use Monster Reborns, your Kaibamans, your Red Eyes Darkness Metals, all that good stuff. Basically, by detaching an overlay unit, you can destroy all monsters on the field besides itself. It has 3,000 attack points, so it's a really good just beat stick monster. Next up, we're running a new monster, something I just got recently, so it's really cool. We're running 3 Starliege Paladynamo X. This guy is really cool. And the way you get him out is use Paladin of White Dragon, your Alexandrite Dragon, Jain, any combination of these monsters, and you can get this guy out. It takes 2 level 4 light monsters. I'll go ahead and read this effect to you. Once per turn, you can detach 2 overlay units from this card to target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0, and if it does, its effects are negated. When this card you control is destroyed, either by battle or card effect, and sent to your graveyard, you can draw 1 card. So first of all, this is pretty much one of the most badass monsters ever. One of the most powerful Xyzs, in my opinion. You can go ahead, target 1 monster your opponent controls, its attack points go down to 0, its effects are negated, and when it's destroyed by battle or by card effect, you get to draw a card, which really helps from this deck. It's got 2,000 attack points. It's not the greatest, but hey, when you can knock down an opponent from, like, let's say 3,000 to 0, hey, you know what, I'll take it. It's a really great card. It's easy to get out in this deck, and it's overall just a very good addition, and I'm very excited to have it. Next up, we're running Five-Headed Dragon. It can be special summoned by fusing 5 Dragon-type monsters. And that's pretty much it. It can't be destroyed by battle by monster cards that are it can only be destroyed by battle of a monster card of the light attribute. Other than that, it's a overall very good card, and it takes no battle damage from monsters except light types. So there you go. Next, we have Blue Eyes White Dragon. We use this guy. You know, you play the Dragon's Mirror, banish 3 Blue Eyes, summon him, then go ahead, tribute him for your Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. So really cool. And then use that second Dragon's Mirror if you want to later. Banish Blue Eyes Ultimate, banish your Blackluster Soldier, and get out Dragon Master Knight. This card gains 500 attack points for every Dragon-type monster on your side of the field, and it has 5,000 attack, 5,000 defense. Yes, 5,000 attack for each face-up Dragon-type monster you control, except this card. Well, YouTube, that concludes my Dragon Master Blue Eye Shining deck profile, the 6th, I believe. I'll have to check. I'll definitely check before I upload the video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you got some constructive criticism, maybe ways I can make this deck better, let me know. If you would like me to do a certain deck profile, you can go ahead and message me. I'll try and do it if I can. I don't have all the cards. I'm not one of those people who buys boxes. I seriously cannot afford to buy like a box of a set. I wish I could, but I don't. But I'll help in any way I can. I could maybe just give advice, or I could go on like DN and maybe film like a deck profile or something. Well, anyway, that's my Dragon Master Knight deck profile, Blue Eye Shining deck profile, whatever you want to call it. I think I'm just going to call them Blue Eyes deck profile. Really can't wait for the structure deck. That's going to be awesome. A lot of good support. Anyway, enough of rambling. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, like, etc., etc. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.